My name is Captain Shawn Falconer, and I am the Officer Commanding 2 Field Squadron, 1 Engineer Regiment, JDF. 2 Field Squadron provides combat engineer support to all infantry groups within JDF itself during operational activities. Combat engineering basically involves the mobility, counter-mobility and survivability support to infantry while they're operating in the field. Survivability basically involves the construction of base camps, for example, to include all the amenities that soldiers would require to live comfortably out in the field. So we're talking about electricity, water, toilet facilities, etc. Mobility basically involves whatever measures it takes to allow troops to move from point A to point B during their operation. So it means that if soldiers need to move across a particular gap that requires a bridge, we have the ability to construct that bridge so that soldiers can basically move across. That's just one example. Another example is the construction of improvised rafting so that soldiers can basically move across a body of water if the need should arise. That's just another example. One of the mobility operations that we have been involved in as combat engineers is the construction of a Bailey Bridge spanning the Yallas Fording a few years ago when the fording was affected by a hurricane, and in itself it prevented persons from being able to move freely between St. Thomas and Kingston. Now, this was a collaborative effort between the Jamaica Defence Force and the National Works Agency at the time. Now, that in itself was not an operational type activity. In other words, it did not involve troops moving about in a normal operational mode, but it was more of a relief effort for private citizens. Counter mobility, on the other hand, involves the denial of route access to enemy or threat forces, so that soldiers can basically move about without being followed or being in a position where they are threatened by forces moving into their location. So we can always booby trap routes, we can destroy roadways, we can block routes, etc. Another job that we normally do as far as counter mobility is concerned involves the use of explosives, high explosives, and we use that in the form of demolition of illegal airstrips, for example, to prevent illegal landings, especially when it comes down to the drug trade. Persons moving drugs in and out of the country, we basically deny them the ability to move freely using aircrafts. So those are just some of the examples of what we do as combat engineers. There's a whole myriad of other things that we do, but these are just some of the basic examples of what we do as combat engineers.